But what if this time that Ghostface is not actually attacking Sidney Prescott, but he's protecting Sidney Prescott, or this group of Ghostfaces are protecting Sidney Prescott? It's still all about Sidney Prescott. Like, it's still all about Sidney Prescott. Like, y'all are so distracted. Welcome to another episode of the Horror Hive. And yeah, I'm not letting go of my girl Sidney yet. I'm not letting go. And I'm not letting go because, as I keep saying to everybody, yo, you can't do Scream without Sidney. Like, you cannot do it. Now, you can probably do it without her being on screen, but you cannot have a story without Sidney Prescott. You cannot just, you can't. And the main reason I say this is because Ghostface was created for Sidney Prescott. Everything was Billy, Ghostface, Sidney, Mrs. Loomis, Mickey, Ghostface, Sidney, Roman, Ghostface, Sidney, Jill, Ghostface, Sidney, Amber and Richie, Ghostface. At first it was just Samantha. And then, guess what? Sidney came into play. And oh my goodness, it made their plan so much more special. Because why? It's Sidney Prescott and Ghostface. You can't do this. They can't part ways. So with that being said, it's going to be a couple of things we're going to go over in this video. Now, is the new Ghostface an old Ghostface? Is it a cult of Ghostfaces? Is it just all new people that's the Ghostfaces? Or do we got some links and some ties to the original, like, Ghostface? Or Ghostfaces, I should say, rather. So let's just start right here. And this is the reason why I say you can't have Ghostface and Sidney Prescott part ways. At the end of the day, yes, this is all mass killings, this is all bad stuff, this is all like acts of terror or whatnot. But now it's like, now if the story is going away from what the story was created for, Ghostface is no longer like, he's more, it's like now he's becoming superhuman. It's like now Ghostface can just put on, anybody can don a Ghostface mask and just commit acts of terror for the purposes of the Scream movie, and we're just supposed to go with that. Some people can just go with that. Like, they sure can go with that. Some people were satisfied with the storyline being crazy stab fans trying to re-imitate or reboost the sales or redo a stab movie. Like, that was not related to Ghostface. So it's just like, what's that about? So I had a theory, I got a short going around YouTube about Sidney actually being Ghostface. And a lot of people like the idea, but as always, it's a whole nother side of a lot of people that actually hate the idea. And I haven't actually received this, but I feel like the next thing I'm gonna do is have some death threats in an email, because like that's how hard the opposing side to this theory that I put out has. Like, they just think that it'll be just the stupidest thing in the world if Sidney were to become Ghostface, when I think it's the stupidest thing in the world that Richie and Amber got to have a movie out of trying to redo Stab. Like, I think that made me real uncomfortable, and it made me real concerned with the franchise. But that's just me, and my opinion doesn't win. It's just my opinion and how I feel about it. But as you can see, I'm still on board because I'm trying to see where they're going with this thing. But everybody be like, you know, what's the motive? What would be her motive? And I'm gonna try to lay it out as fast as I can. This might take a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes up of the video. But Sidney Prescott fell in love with Billy Loomis. She was a virgin. She didn't trust this dude. She went through all this stuff in the movie Scream 1, thinking he's the killer and then getting his trust back, right? She ended up letting him clap them cheeks, and not even 10 minutes after he got that thing off, he tried to kill her. Then she run to her homeboy Stu like, oh my God, Stu, I'm so glad to see you. Help, Billy's trying to kill me. And Stu like, surprise, Sidney. And at the end of the day, she had to kill them all and, untie her dad. And, she was a survivor. But that can really mess you up in the head, right? But you know what? I'm going to move on with my life, she says. I'm going to go ahead and go to college, I'm going to try to, I met another guy, I'm going to go ahead and just live my life on, All of a sudden, this Ghostface mask is back, attacking me again, and everybody around me, my peers again. Then at the end of the day, this time it's not my boyfriend. It's my ex, it's my first love, the one I gave my virginity to. It's his damn mama. Like, it's his mama. It's his mama. Now she after me. And damn near got me. But, I got out. She had Mickey along with her. Got out of that situation. I survived again. Moved on in my life. They already, making money off of my story. Especially that bitch Gail. She made bank off of my story. But they got these stab movies out. And, I'm out in LA and... I'm going to go on the set of the movies and blah, blah, blah. But, whoa, all of a sudden, this Ghostface mask popped up again. And now he's terrorizing everybody around me that's in the movie that I'm in town for. Like, yeah, and I'm trying to summarize this in the best way possible. So I'm leaving out a lot of details. But yeah, like, killing in order the script. Not on the script. We going off the script. We on the script, off the script. What's going on here? And at the end of the day, who's doing this time? Oh my goodness, my mama then had a whole nother baby and rejected this dude. Like, my brother, like, I got a whole brother out here, and now my brother trying to kill me? And they had a little moment when she took him out at the end. Remember that? They had a little moment. I say that's when Sidney realized who the hell she was for real. But this time, a whole lot of years passed by. Now, I done came up with some books and everything, because I'm a survivor. Everything been going well. I got kids. I'm a mama. I'm married. I'm good. Oh, my goodness. Ghostface is back again? Like, what's going on? Who is it this time? Damn, they attacking my cousin back in Woodsboro? Shit, let me get back to Woodsboro. I gotta get back there. I can't let her suffer. Oh, my God. My cousin is the fucking... She trying to kill me. My cousin trying to kill me. Because she want to be me and my effed up life. She want to be me so bad. She want my story. Oh my goodness. Like, what's going on? What's up with my life? Then more years passed by. Now my kids they got some age. I think I got another kid now. Marriage still going good. I think I keep Mark around. All these years, I bet you would think you would. You kept him around this long. Chilling, living life all again, and boom, all of a sudden, Ghostface is back. Dog, like, who could be Ghostface this time? And they, in Woodsboro, like, I don't even got no family there no more. Like, what's this? Yo, my Billy that had a daughter, like, Billy was cheating on me back then. He done smashed classmate. And now got a baby out there, and now this secret is out. Like, they kept this a secret this long, and now this secret's out, and now Ghostface is going to attack the baby of Billy. Like, I got babies. And there you have it. Motive. In order to bring this all to an end, in my opinion, even if you're going to go away from Sidney, it all has to come back to Sidney. And I'm pretty sure everybody has watched Snapped. And if they can find out that Billy had kids, and that ties all the way back to 1996, and now she has children, I'm pretty sure people know she has children. So if they're attacking the children of the originals now, then I think that's motive for a parent to say, you know what, I gotta do something about this. Now, this motive can go like 10 different ways. This video can be like 2 hours if I'm gonna go into all that. But I'm gonna spare all of that time, and I'm gonna say I ended up watching a video. Y'all know I love to give credit to the people that I hear things from that I actually use in my content. But the name of the channel is The Shape of Horror Podcast. I am going to link his channel in the description. But it in my opinion, what he put together, it kind of tied in to what I put together, and it actually is a little more mellow and a little more calm than Sidney Prescott actually being a killer like Ghostface. But basically what he put together is that Ghostface has always been the bad guy, you know, always been the villain that's coming after and attacking Sidney Prescott. But what if this time that Ghostface is not actually attacking Sidney Prescott, but he's protecting Sidney Prescott, or this group of Ghostfaces are protecting Sidney Prescott? And I think that that's a lot more calm than me saying that Sidney Prescott is a killer. Because people around her could be like, yo, we got to do something. We got to make sure nothing happens to Sidney. Like, you know, Sidney is a very, very famous person in the world of Scream. I mean, how many books, all the stab movies, all the crazy fans. You know, we seen Amber and Richie, the crazy fans that were all for Ghostface being the villain. What if it's crazy fans out there that really want to protect Sidney Prescott because they know about the other side now with Amber or Richie of crazed stab fans? I actually love this a lot, and this is where I say we don't have to always agree with each other's theory, even if the theories are as wild as your wildest dreams. We don't have to agree with everybody else's theory. We don't have to cuss everybody out for their theories and stuff either. But what we can do is try to look at the theory and take the parts that we find valuable and combine, if any, and combine them with what we've already pieced together with our opinions or with our theories in our own brains. I think that that's just a much better approach for society in general. But hey, back to Scream. Now, Samantha's secret is out now. Everybody knows that Billy Loomis had a daughter, and you know that she was attacked in Woodsboro. Like, this story is out by now. So to support this theory, Sidney Prescott, like, everybody has to know that she's married. Everybody has to know that she has children. Everybody has to know she was present in last year's attack in Woodsboro. Like, everybody has to know all of this stuff. So if they are going in the direction of crazed Scream fans, crazed stab fans, then still, like, all roads will have to lead back to Sidney Prescott. They couldn't lead anywhere else. Now, I was going to make a whole separate video on this part, but I'm going to go ahead and combine this video into two. Because combine this video into one. Because a lot of people, you know, they love the ideas of old Ghostface's returning. Like, you know, the idea of Stu actually being alive. The idea of Angelina still actually being alive. Hell, some people even say Randy could still be alive. And, you know, whatever you think or whatever your theory is that what characters could still be alive in Scream, I think Charlie is still alive. I think Charlie is going to have an appearance in Scream 6 in some type way fashion. That's one of my just wild, crazy theories that people might think that I'm crazy. Yo, he was stabbed in the heart. Well, whatever. It's Hollywood, yo. But what would be the point? Like, just think about this. You can use any of the originals. What would be the point of them coming back or resurrecting Ghostface and not go after Sidney? Or if they were going to go after a group that Sidney is not present in. I'm just sorry, when they have that final scene and remove the mask and the great reveal is Stu Macher, who is he going to be revealing that to? Who the F would care? Like, who? And what you can say to Billy's daughter, but what would that mean to her? She don't know Uncle Stu. Like, and he wasn't even really Uncle Stu. So it's just like, even if you're going to use Angelina, like, who is Angelina going to pop up and say hi or ta-da? Or if you're going to use Randy going to say ta-da to his niece and nephew? I'm here to kill y'all? Like, it won't make sense. Like, it just won't make sense. So I'm just trying to, before the movie comes out, just, you know, I like the anticipation, and I'm just trying to figure out what actually makes sense. And to me, if they're going to move in the direction of crazed stab fans, then this time it would be great for the Ghostfaces to be protecting Sidney Prescott. Now, Kirby and everything is rewritten back into the script, and, you know, she's FBI character, survivor, so yeah, that's going to be some interesting stuff too. I think the most obvious thing to point at is that Kirby is Ghostface. Like, what's the point in Kirby being back in Scream? Like, I'm sorry, like, I love the actress, but the character of Kirby, what's the point in her being back in Scream if she's not going to have a bam? Like, we just don't need her character back just to be back. If, like, for what? But I feel like we're moving in the direction of, it's time to wrap this up. It's time to end it all. Whether it does be a Scream 7, I think that they could wrap it all up with Scream 6, even if Sidney's not in it, or if they were lying to us and she does have like a small role. Because I just don't want to be watching Scream 9 attacking Moscow. Like, I just don't want to see that type of stuff, because it's stab fans all over. And yeah, that about wrap up this video. I'm gonna once again check out the Shape of Horror podcast. Remember, the description gonna be down there, and check out what he actually had to say about it, because that's where I got the protecting Sidney from. And thank y'all for tuning in again. Telling y'all, I'm going all the way up until the release. And also, real quick, I need to start putting this out in my videos. After the release of Scream on March the 10th, on either March the 12th or March the 13th, probably around 9 or 9:30 p.m. either day, I'm going to be going live and having a Scream party. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I want people to have screen time on the live to be able to share their ideas, or ideas like if we think it's going to be a 7, or if they let us know it's going to be a 7 at the end of the movie. I want to share our thoughts and stuff on the movie, what we think about the Ghostfaces. So check out the community tabs, because I'm going to be putting up polls on how to do this and who actually wants to participate. But it's a lot of us fans out here, yo, and it's going to be some arguing. So drink your Henny and, you know, inhale your meds or whatnot, because it's going to be for adults. And we know it might get a little crazy, but it's all for fun at the end of the day. But I'm trying to see if that's something that I can put together, and how many people will actually want, like, you know, I say like 3 to 5 minutes to talk about what you thought, and then the whole group, you know, types in what they feel. We highlight a couple comments and move on to the next. You know, we just have a party. We just talk about the movie. But alright, though, that'll conclude this. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and look out for additional information on that.